Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. This is Tom Fox again. I'd like to tell you about an exciting new tool, the NordLocker Business. NordLocker Business is an encrypted cloud storage platform for storing, sharing, and managing business data securely. Developed by cybersecurity experts, it ensures business files can be accessed anywhere and anytime, but only by authorized parties. NordLocker Business allows you to create a highly secure work environment where you can safely store sensitive data and share it with members of your organization and your business partners. Using the platform significantly improves your company's cybersecurity, no matter the industry or the size of your business. The product is a tool that can help you prevent data breaches and avoid unwanted data exposure. NordLocker Business is compliant with ISO 27001, it's HIPAA compliant, and GDPR compliant. For more information, go to nordlocker.com/creators and use promo code CPN. I know you will find it a great tool. The Daily Compliance News for July 18, 2023, the Polite Bids Adieu edition. And we begin with that story from the Wall Street Journal, which reports that Assistant Attorney General Kenneth Polite has announced he is leaving the department. He'll be leaving at the end of July. The article also spouts Mr. Polite's advocacy of the data analytics capabilities of the department, and that the department can now look for corporate crime more expeditiously as it focuses on technology. But Kenneth Polite, it's going to be interesting to see where he lands. I'm sure he's got something lined up, but he'll be leaving the department. Next up from the Financial Times, Microsoft have faced an EU probe over Teams and Office bundling. Investigation is going to center on claims the U.S. tech giant unfairly linked its video conferencing app with popular software. Now the Microsoft, I guess, is back to the 90s where they've got things bundled up together, but it sure seems like that's something that consumers want going forward. Next up from Reuters, Tesla directors are going to repay some $735 million back to the company over claims they grossly overpaid themselves in one of the largest shareholder settlements of its kind. The settlement resolves a 2020 lawsuit by a retirement fund which holds Tesla stock and challenged stock options that were granted to Tesla directors starting in 2017. The settlement does not impact a $56 million compensation package of Elon Musk, which is also being challenged by shareholders. The directors agreed to return the equivalent of $3.1 million in Tesla stock options. The directors claim they acted in good faith and in the best interest of the company, but agreed to settle to eliminate the risk of litigation to themselves and to the company. When people say that, it's a pretty clear sign they thought they were going to lose a suit and they wanted to get out of it. And our final story comes to us from the New York Times, and it is entitled, "One Reason China is Willing to Engage Again, Its Troubled Economy." What I found very interesting in this article, and something that every compliance professional needs to understand, is risk. What is risk? When does risk change? Is China going to engage with the West now because its economy is in trouble? How are you going to manage this risk? How are you going to monitor this risk? How will you know about this risk? So if China's economy is such in the tanks, it's now willing to do business with the U.S., well, what does that mean going forward? The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.